So we're gonna be on Kairos Junction for this one, and Alex actually random Protoss this time, and it's in the top left. Like you'd almost forget that this guy plays random, but then boom, he's playing yet another race.
Yep, yep. Wait, do you actually know? Does he actually have a main race at all, or?
I don't think he does.
Just random?
I'm pretty sure he's just random.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, YoGo's even drone scouting himself.
He probably has like a best race, but he went with the full badass mode and decided to random it up anyway in the tournament.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. I know he also letters with random, so. But yeah, you always have the best race, or at least the best matchups.
Yeah. It's real actually seeing what random players end up picking. Nurture was random a long time ago, and then he went for Zerg. And then he complained like a million times that his race was weak. It's like, why did you pick Zerg? You could have played any race.
I think he did pretty well with Zerg.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually see quite an interesting opening here. YoGo going for the proxy hatch because he was blocked at home, and he went to drone scout anyways because he's playing against random, right?
Yeah. It's
so.
Alex is not pulling probes. Do you think, like, you agree with this? You think it's okay?
Yeah, either you pull like he's gonna pull probes and
it's so late.
I think.
It's super late.
And
he actually he canceled the pylon across the map that was blocking the second hatchery because he knew he was gonna go up elsewhere. But we still don't have a spawning pool.
Yeah, he went 3 for pool.
Yeah, but with gas as well.
Yeah, very, very greedy opening from YoGo, but actually what he would have had trouble against, I think, would be 2-gate before Nexus. But I'm not sure how you deal then with the hatchery that's in your natural. But I'm not the most experienced in this. I know Bly is a pro gamer that likes to do this all the time. But yeah, this response had a lot of probes not mining, or even going for the Evo chamber here.
He redrops the pylon on the expo, which I like because again the spawning pool's so late.
Yeah, that's actually really good. These two zealots walking across the map are kind of scary for the third base, don't you think?
Yeah. Like there is no spawning pool for such a long time. I mean, they're not supposed to kill the hatchery, right? But if they can do a lot of damage to it and maybe you can finish it later with something else, that'd be pretty sick.
I would have actually really liked him to see just finishing the pylon and then just sending an adapt there. YoGo could not have taken the space forever, but I guess this is unknown territory for Alex as well, and he doesn't really know when the spawning pool is gonna finish. But yeah, these two zealots, they're gonna force a response for sure here. With adapt as well, I feel like.
Yeah, if he had stayed on the hatch, he might actually have gotten it, but he stopped attacking for a second. He actually shades into the expo.
Oh, that's a mistake, I think, for sure.
Yeah, because the queens are gonna come out here real soon.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get the hatch, I think.
Yeah, the two zealots.
At least that was cancelled.
And the depth is still alive as well. Alex expansion, meanwhile, started at home, which is also pretty late, but I wouldn't feel too bad about this if I'm Alex, honestly.
Nice micro, actually, getting one of the drones here in the main base that was already low. And in the meantime, Glaives started, so I expect some more gateways and some more pressure from Alex. Pretty sick to see Alex play this well, by the way, against the finalists from the last one. Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's really sick that he sent the second adapt as well, and the speed is still not done, so he's just delaying this forever. And YoGo's going for a roach for it now. I'm pretty sure YoGo thinks he's in a very bad spot, so he needs to go for something aggressive. Which I think in this case is going to end up pretty okay because there's no Stargate, right?
I mean, yeah, if adepts find their ways across the map and he's not ready in position, it could be hard, but I'm wondering where is the third gate? If you go for Glaives, it feels like you should drop 2 more gates. And by the way, Alex is totally feeling this coming. He starts 2 shield batteries, he's like, hell no. You are not gonna cheese me out of this one.
Like, what I'm wondering about is his second gas. He's just now finally taking a second gas in the main base, so it's gonna be very low on gas too. I guess you don't need that much gas for adapts. And YoGo's just gonna drone up now. He had perfect scouting information this entire time. He saw the shield batteries morphing.
I don't think it would be a very good idea to attack here for him. Getting a sentry, I like this because of hallucination and how cheap it is now. He's gonna get that really quick to be able to scout everything. And also if he gets attacked before, he'll have a force field.
Yeah. That's a good point. Actually, hallucinations aren't very often used against Zerg because usually Protoss players always have a Stargate, right? But
Yeah.
Alex decided to not go for the Stargate opening.
Look at the map vision, by the way, from YoGo. He's got links everywhere.
Oh, really nice, actually. Yeah. I like to call this the ring of vision around the Protoss space, and I think it's very, very good to do as Zerg because the Protoss doesn't really, he can't really leave his base until a certain amount of time, and with this you can always see War Prisms leave the base, you can see Phoenix leave the base.
Yeah.
So
Dark
yeah, well
Shrine
done.
going down.
This is a bit of a surprise to me because there's no Robo yet. The Robo just now going down. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think he's just gonna walk across the map with the DTs?
Yeah, like, maybe just waits. I don't know. Like, it feels like it's very out of sync. Obviously,
Yeah.
like the Robo. So usually, personally, I would have made like a pylon on the top right-hand side of the main base or something with a gateway there that can warp downhill, and then it would have run across the map. But or even
Yeah.
at the front, yeah, at the front of his wall, if he warps in there, yeah, I guess it might be better to do that. I guess first, like these adepts' jobs plus the hallucination is to see whether there is lair already finished. And
Which
he's gonna
there
see
is.
just that, yeah. So, and then he can decide how does he do it. The thing is, Dark Shrine hasn't been scouted yet, so it's not like there's a rush on it. Oh, it's gonna
No,
recall actually.
like YoGo heavily overestimated this aggression. He went for a quick lair, he made way too many roaches, and now he's kind of committed himself. Like if Alex just stays on 2 base and makes a big army, he's in a pretty good position because he is mining way more than YoGo right now.
Yeah. And it starts charge. 47 walkers to 34, that's actually insane.
Yeah,
It feels like YoGo has to attack and make something happen now, and he's gonna do just that, but his force doesn't look that strong. He has one overseer with it. Where's the DT? Oh, it's there. He's gonna send that across the map. Oh my god, he's gonna walk into units, but the overseer's not there. Oh, he sees them. Nice reflex by Alex, even going around.
Mm-hmm. No, YoGo is very committed on this. If Alex just forfeits his third base, he's in a very good spot. But
Might do
maybe he
that.
can even defend it.
Ooh, the DT is gonna walk under an overseer across the map, but I think he's just gonna go right past it. YoGo's setting up a flank on this army. Force fields can help, maybe? He's not sure where to force field. Oh, he tries to section some of the roaches away. Keep in mind, charge is not finished yet, and he has a lot of zealots.
He actually has one immortal that's not in the fight.
And there's a
right
DT
now,
in the
so-
main base of YoGo now as well, but he's working on the queen right now.
Yeah, both of the players focus very much so on the attack right now.
Does he have
I
force
like
field?
that Alex is finally retreating behind his natural wall.
That third next is actually completed, but I think it's gonna be sniped.
Yeah,
That DT
for
is going to
sure.
work.
Damn, and now he's also shift kicking the drones. The DT is actually with some bad movement here. He only actually got 2 drones so far. Now a couple extra drones. See, like this is why it's so important for Zerg, if there's a DT in your mineral line, to just move away the drones. You can see how little effect the DT has while the drones are walking.
Yeah.
Whereas as soon as they're mining or standing there, he can kill so many. And yeah, YoGo is in a pretty bad spot now, I would say.
It's gonna be
Which-
tough. Like, I'm not sure what he's supposed to do, but 33 drones against 51 probes. Unless you crank out only drones for like the next 20 units that you make, but then you won't have the army to keep up, because we see the army supplies are already pretty even.
Yeah. Oh, he's actually getting an infestation pit, so I guess he wants to go into Swarm Host. Which I guess would be one way to come back into the game. I think the best thing that I would do right now if I was in this Zerg position is just make army and hope my opponent attacks into me. I feel like it's very likely when the Protoss has no third Nexus for such a long time that they're going for an attack themselves. Which is what's happening right now. Oh, nice counterattack here by the Roaches.
Yeah, but that massive army of Alex moving across the map is really scary right now. YoGo needs
Yeah.
a lot more roaches. Just like a little amount of Ravagers, but a lot of roaches, I think, to deal with this. And maybe some good kiting as well. Yeah, the sentries make these stronger even. Because like he has force fields, he has guardian shield. He's just gonna evacuate.
No chance. There's 2 Archons here, 3 Immortals, 2 Sentries, and even the Adepts have Glaives. Like this army from Alex is looking so strong. And if he would want to, he could just wait a bit longer even. And recall. He just killed the third base of YoGo, so there's no real commitment for him here, but I feel like he just thinks he can win the game here, and I don't blame him because his army is looking strong.
Yeah, Alex playing like a beast, I gotta say, today so far.
Yeah, very strong.
Like, it feels like he's a genuine Protoss as well. It doesn't feel like he's a random player, you know, kind of like freestyling or something. No, he's playing a solid game throughout as PVZ.
Yeah, I'm surprised, especially because this was a very uncommon opening, right, with the hatch block. I feel like it was just good, also on-the-fly decision-making that led to him being in this position.
And if you guys are not familiar with YoGo, he's a finalist of the last Casters tournament, and he has some great series against Protosses. He beat Rotterdam, and then he only lost in the finals with, I think it was 2-3 score.
Yeah.
So he's really good, I think, against Protoss, or at least, yeah, was back then, still should be, and but he's struggling here in this game number 1.
Yeah. Also,
it's the random that threw him off.
I mean, he might have thrown himself off there a bit with the early game with the hatch block because he was scouting anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's now adding in some Swarmos actually. I don't think adding Swarmos at this point in the game is the greatest. I think it's better to just make a lot of Ravagers and hope to get a good fight. But nice TT weapons against the Roach counterattack.
What race do you think is the worst against random and the best?
I think the best is Zerg against random because you can hatch first against every race, and then you can see your opponent's race with the Overlord, so it literally doesn't really matter.
You're not worried about cannon rush if you just hatch first? Because like you're Zerg, like
No.
the opponent knows that you're Zerg, so maybe he opens Forge first on certain maps just to try and cannon.
Yeah, but that's okay. Like you play hatch first against the Protoss every single game, even though they can cannon rush. I think that's just you just need to separately know how to hold cannon rushes. But
Yeah.
I think for sure Zerg is the best, and then Protoss has this problem that they need to wall against Zerg, and then Terran has a problem in TVT that they don't have a safe build against everything. I would say Protoss is probably the worst against random though, because just of the fact that you need to put your first pylon in different positions, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like scouting early might be key. I mean, it depends how comfortable you are in reacting to everything later, but scouting very early and knowing the race of your opponent and knowing how they open can be huge as well in playing against random.
Yeah. I mean, there's always also the nice random players that just tell you their race at the start of the game. That's what I do when I play random.
I'm pretty sure Alex and Pig, the two random players in this tournament, have zero intention of telling race ever. Like zero.
I mean that's fair enough, honestly. It's
I think
already a bit.
If you're good enough to play random, you shouldn't have to tell race to someone.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, those Swarmos are gonna get caught. Beautiful army movement here by Alex. Oh, he's kind of missing some of them. YoGo, however, does get the third Nexus. I feel like Alex might just say fuck it now and attack. But this army is so much stronger than YoGo's right now. Even though, if I'm
even with the Locust?
Yeah, even with the Locust.
If you're looking at the soup, yes.
Yeah, it's even, but this Protoss army to me looks like 3 times stronger.
Yeah, Corrosive Bile and Locust is the real danger for this army because there is neither Colossus or Storm. But yeah, in a straight up fight, when Locusts are out, when Corrosive Biles are running out, he's doing a good job of zoning him out right now. Alex being very patient, not quite stepping in the Corrosive Bile, he senses that YoGo's running out of everything. So he's gonna jump in there. Locusts land on top of the army, but there's still so much left over for Alex. Looking to try and deal as well as he can here with this army. Not that many roaches really, like the Swarmos take so much supply and so do the roaches. That the soup may have lied indeed. As this Protoss army is still pretty strong here.
Yeah, he did a really good job also being careful with the War Prism to not be in Corrosive Bile range. Now you can just see how supply inefficient the Zerg army really is. Wow. Dominating first game, honestly, by Alex here.
Yeah, crushing through. Not much left over for YoGo here, trying to hang in there. He's gonna have to call it. And Alex wins map number 1.